Okay, what we're going to do today, folks, is we're going to install a fully functioning conversational AI voice and text into GoHighLevel. We're going to see how fast we can do it, fast and effective. But so here we go. We're into the agency back office, which is similar to the one in GoHighLevel. The first thing you're going to do is connect your GoHighLevel agency. So once you go behind this wall, what you'll do is you'll do an OAuth and you'll attach your agency. Okay, and then there's some directions on setting up your agency, adding your OpenAI API key, and you'll be all set. The next thing you want to do is you want to white label, excuse me, you're going to white label your platform so that nobody can tell the name of the platform. So you put your company name, a logo if you like, your company colors, and then you come into here to put in a custom subdomain so that it can actually white label the entire system. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to install a custom menu link in GoHighLevel. So there's instructions on how to do that here. And all you do is you copy this, you go into GoHighLevel Agency, which we'll do in just a second, and you paste that in there, choose which accounts you want to have access, and you're ready to go. And then we'll also create a location with that custom menu. Now, while we're in here, we'll look at a couple of things. So we do have a community. It's a school group that you can go in and seek help from members with GoHighLevel and with the conversational AI. Plenty of video libraries, some clickable demos to go through. Office hours are held every Wednesday and Friday, 12 to 1:30, and we even have some courses on the way. Integrations is where you can actually hook up other tools. So let's say you wanted to use your own 11 Labs account, which you probably wouldn't. That'd be an area where you do something like that. So let's jump over to GoHighLevel. So now we're in our agency for GoHighLevel. We're simply going to stay in the agency area. We're going to go to settings, click on custom menu link, and you'll see it's already in here yet as AI agent. What you do is you simply come in, you add a custom, create a new menu link. You can choose whatever icon you want to appear at. You're going to put the link title, so it's an AI agent. Here's the sub account link that we copied before. You're going to want to show this link in the account sidebar. You don't want to show it in the agency sidebar. It doesn't function there. And you can click to show it all accounts or just to the accounts that you want to show it to. So the reason you may not want to show it to all accounts is you're probably going to want to charge a little extra for this. And let's say there's somebody that doesn't want to join and take advantage of this amazing conversational AI. There's no need showing it to them because they can sign up almost without your permission. Now, they won't be able to run it until you turn it on, but it can make things inconvenient. You want to, open the iframe inside the platform and allow the microphone. Haven't seen the necessity for a camera, but that's what we'll do for now. So now that we have it deployed in our system, let's go and look at a sub account. So here you'll see we're in a sub account, and you'll notice that what we made before is right here on this page. So what you do is you click on that, and it's going to open up the assistant area, which is where the conversational AI lives. Now, one thing to notice, we're about 3.5 minutes in. We have set the company up. The company's installation is complete. Now we're just simply going into an area for the sub account. So let's go ahead and let's build a bot. The first thing you're going to see here is a dashboard, and these were conversations happen that just like you would see in the conversations tab. As a matter of fact, it's the exact same conversations. So that's going to make it very easy. Now, any conversation that you have is also going to be stored in the contact record. So as you collect information, it's going to help update your contact record to be better. So let's go ahead and we're going to create a brain. So essentially the assistant itself needs a brain to work with. So think of it this way. It has a super brain. In other words, it was trained on the internet. The LLM, the large language model, was trained on the internet. And now we want to put a little bit more brain in that big brain. So you click and open this up, and you'll see I have a bunch of things installed here. And you can, basically, it's things that are going to improve its knowledge base. So let's say you go here, you're able to add it via text with a file, with a URL so it can scrape a website page by page, eventually generate frequently asked questions. It'll be able to train from searching your competitors and also be able to download audio. Now here we're currently, you can load your calendars to where it meets over but that will soon be relocating. So that's how you build the knowledge base. Once it's done, the knowledge base is stored in what's called a vector storage. So a vector storage, instead of being held in a computer, it's essentially, the visual way that I look at it is it's deployed and attached to the side of the big brain. So the side of the LLM. So it's very quickly accessible. The accessibility of knowledge is one of the things that can slow a bot down. The word that we use is latency. I just say slow the bot down. So the next thing let's do, let's go ahead and let's create an assistant. So we come in here and we create new assistant. Here's the type of assistants we have. Multi-channel chat. So this is a text-based assistant that works in SMS, email, Instagram, Facebook, Google My Business, WhatsApp, live chat, chat widget, and we even can use it in the missed call text back, as well as iframes and all other ways of deployment. We also have outbound and inbound voice. Now this is available in the United States, and excuse me. So, and you can do inbound calls, outbound calls, IVRs, things like that. If you're outside the United States, we have an outbound transient system that actually uses a local country number if a call is made. So we're going to work in the US. So we'll look at multi-channel and outbound, inbound phone. They all really work the same. So we're just going to start with multi-channel and take a look at that. Okay, so we're going to create this bot. We have some templates. So you can go blank, or sales development, which would be somebody that schedules appointments or drives people to a calendar, or actually drives people to a link. Customer service, customer support, people that helps with solutions, assist with problems, and just making sure the customer is satisfied. A recruiter, so let's say somebody's hiring, this assistant helps with that. An account manager, once somebody's an existing account, it helps them gather feedback and add additional services to their price. And then we also have a self-selling bot. The idea behind this is it's used to sell the AI, and it will actually converse with the other person, and ask them for business information, and then it will attempt to sell the business back. A lot of times we're just going to be using the self-development bot, so let's go ahead and choose that. Okay, right here, there's a few bots in here. So let's go ahead and we'll open this one. So the first thing is you need to tell the bot a little bit about itself for yourself. And what I mean by that is this is the area where you identify the bot and what you want it to do. Okay, so internal name. Let's say this is a GHL install demo. Okay, and that's going to be important when we go to choose bots to work with. And then you want to name the bot. And the reason I say that is because from time to time, people will actually ask you the name of your bot, or they'll ask the bot its name. I'm sorry. You want to give that information to the bot so that the bot can help itself out. So actually, I name all my bots Allie. Then you select a language. So we have quite a selection here in the text-based model, and you just simply select and it's going to go ahead and go. And then you can actually adjust the amount of personality that it gets when it goes through. So you can have somebody that's persuasive, friendly, professional, casual, inquisitive, confident, resilient, sincere, and even aloof. So somebody that's just kind of like not really cares about anything. Then here's the task that the system currently does that are native to GoHighLevel. So in other words, doesn't require any additional programming on you. So first is calendar management. Now, a lot of bots will do appointment setting. Well, appointment setting is only part of calendar management. Appointment setting, appointment canceling, appointment rescheduling, checking for availability. These are just some of the things in managing a calendar that the bot can do. So let's say somebody sets an appointment via text, and they text back to the assistant that they want to change their appointment. Well, in most systems, it's not going to do anything. In this system, it'll actually go in and reset the appointment for them. We can create user tasks. The bot can go ahead and create user tasks. It can create notes inside the contact record based on the conversations. It can self-schedule. So let's say somebody says, hey, can you call me back in an hour? That's what the bot will do. It'll schedule itself to make that message back in an hour. You've probably had customers that, hey, can you just send me an email with information? That's something the bot can do itself. It can enroll and disenroll in workflows and tags. It can also do info extraction, sort of what comes here in notes, but more custom field specific. So it can pull out names, email addresses, phone numbers, and things like that. So that's the basics of the bot. The next thing we have is we have integrations. Now, this is where calendars will be moving, and it's really pretty simple. You click Add Calendars to the Assistant. It's going to tell you the calendars that are available from inside of this particular sub account. You can choose one or all of them that you need for this particular bot. And once you've done that, you come in here and you can actually tell the bot what the use of this calendar is. So, hey, use this to book appointments for car insurance sales. And that tells the bot a little bit more about what it needs to do, because we've built out a really big brain. What the bot needs now is instructions and context to go ahead and finish and do its job every time. So the next thing is the behaviors tab. You're going to have to hook up the big brain that we created. Message queuing, message queuing is the amount of time it takes for the bot to respond. I used to think this needed to be really fast, but now it's, 10 to 15 seconds I find is pretty good. Tapbacks are when somebody messages you and they like your message or maybe put a heart on it. You can tell the bot to respond or not to respond. The next multi-send responses are, let's say the bot is going to reply with a paragraph. Instead of doing that, you can tell it, hey, I want you to reply in sentences. So it will look more authentic as it posts 3 sentences. So these other things, so this is response. You can change the response, the way that the format of the response, how it answers, but it's going to take 100 shots so that you can have some data to work with. And the reply time constraint is really similar to the advanced settings inside of a funnel or automation, making sure that nobody calls during like the do not call hours. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to give the bot that context. We're going to tell it what its job title is, tell it the purpose of its job, tell it about the company, tell it why this conversation is happening. Maybe this is a Facebook lead, maybe this is an existing database reactivation. You're going to give it some more important information here, and then you're going to tell it other things it might need to know, like frequently asked questions, hours, directions, information on owners, whatever you feel is necessary, you put it in here. So that's really all you have to do, but we have an area where you can get a little bit more in depth, and you start by giving the bot a step-by-step process. So maybe the first step is an introduction. So you would do the introduction over here. You would go ahead, you can adjust the persistence level. You can give it some example dialogues and any actions that need to take place in there. And then once you do that, you just create another goal. So step 2, maybe this is fact finding. Then you go to step 3, maybe this is qualification, and maybe step 4 is book a appointment. Again, you don't need to do the flow builder. It just takes a little bit of time, but it does give the bot some more precise ways to answer. Okay, the following thing, which is coming out, it's temporarily not on, is follow-up. This is where the bot will continue to reach out if somebody doesn't respond, or follow up with somebody after they do, and you'll be able to control the amount and number of times that it does that. So you want to make sure every time you go through a screen, you click update information. I'm not going to save this bot. So, but you get the idea. Let's go back to configuration here, and I'm going to update that just so it changes the name up here. There it goes. So GHL install demo. The next thing we need to do is look at what maybe a voice bot looks like. Very, very similar. The only difference is it has a few different questions. So we'll jump in here to a voice assistant we've already pulled out. So again, a prompt to tell the bot how to do things, the flow builder to do the step-by-step process, integration, so you can choose a calendar, you can send webhooks, you can actually, here's where you choose your calendar to be on it, and here's where the call logs are for a particular bot. So inside of this, it will have the date, the time. You'll be able to click a drop-down menu, listen to the call, download the transcript, and then they will automatically both be uploaded to the contact record after the conversation. So again, very similar, just a little different. The biggest difference is right here, because you're going to need to change the voice. You maybe want to do the same. First thing, ambient noise, so that it's not just plain background. You can have some noise in the background. We have, I don't know, close to 30 languages. not 30 languages, I'm sorry, 30 voices. You can select a language. Here's the languages we have for voice now. One of the things to understand about voice is this is the LLM, the large language model, the big brain, how it's trained to speak another language. So it's trained to speak informal and formal, whatever, Hindi, Japanese, Portuguese, French, any of these things. So, but once you choose a voice, the voice may or may not be a dialected voice for that language. So if you were to choose, let's say, an English speaking person for Portuguese, it may just be off. Or you were to choose a French speaking person for English, it's probably not going to sound right. So there are voices for the different languages, and those are trained even deeper in that language of conversation. You can also adjust the AI model. You'll see in here we have GPT 4.0, and then you tell how it's going to answer the phone. So it can wait till the contact initiates. It can also, the AI will begin it with dynamic message. That's most popular. And then the AI begins the conversation with a defined message. So in other words, you want to tell it what it says first. So that's building the bots. The next thing we need to do is deploy them in the GoHighLevel system. So what you're going to do is we're going to go here to connect. I'm going to click on assistant tags. We're going to add an assistant. We're going to create or go in here and edit this, and we'll just call it test. And then you choose the bot. Remember how I mentioned you needed to name it so you could remember it, GHL install demo. And then you're going to put a tag on it. Now, you can go search through your tags, or you can just say, hey, I want to call this GHL install demo bot. And you could spell it right or you could spell it wrong like I did. You click that button and it will actually generate the tag as well as put it in the system. So it's already in your tags in the system. The next thing we want to do is we want to go to make an automation. Now, I'm going to show you the short way, not the short way. The only part that really matters for this bot uh, is, I'm sorry. Sorry, there's a thing here on the screen. I can't see past it. So add a trigger, contact tag added, and the tag was GHL in it. So you pick the GHL install demo, save the trigger. Okay, now this can be anywhere in the workflow. It can be the trigger, it can be part of the body, wherever it's at. Once this tag is applied to the contact record, the text bot is on and it's listening. So it's listening for a response or an introduction from a customer. Once it has that, the bot's going to take over, look at the contact record for the information you have about it, fill in the blanks, and move on and do its job. Okay, so that's how you deploy a text bot. It's seems overly simplified, but that's exactly how it works. Now, obviously, like I say, you can build sequences in and around this to do different things. But let's go ahead and let's look at deploying a voice bot. So we're going to need to jump back down here to assistants real quick. Okay, we go to assistants, we find our voice assistant. And what you want to do is copy this bot ID right here. Just hit the copy button. Every bot has it, even the text bots, but this is how the voice bots are deployed. So now we're going to go back into automations. We'll create that new workflow. We're going to start from scratch. So this is not a trigger. This is down a little bit further. If you go to the bottom, once you've installed the deployment into the sub account, you will have access to a few assistant specifics. So here it's assistant outbound call. You put in the bot ID. And since we chose a dynamic message, you just leave it blank. And there you go. So you can put a tag on it to deploy the bot. You can put it in a workflow to where it triggers the bot. Any number of ways, but this is all that's required to start the bot is once that's on a contact record, it will make an outbound call. Now, an inbound call comes into the servers and is processed there, and data is moved in and out of GoHighLevel. So we're 20 minutes in with a lot of talking on my part, and we've made and deployed a voice bot and a text bot. The voice bot inbound and outbound, the text bot across all the channels that apply to text. By the way, the voice bot is also available through iframe, through web browser, through maybe all kinds of different ways that you might find it best to deploy. One of the things I think you'll see as you get into a demo of this bot is it's going to fundamentally change your marketing because you can now control the flow of everything. So you're not worried about breaking a funnel because you can be consistent. And I'm happy to explain that to you when we have a call. So if you have a call scheduled, great. If not, there's a demo and a link below in the videos to go ahead and sign up for that demo. And happy to be on there with you. Like and subscribe the page because we're going to start talking a lot about AI, a lot about how it affects your business, makes it better, and makes you more money. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.